This is one of the Brothers Grimm most unique stories ever collected. This is the story of the Carnation. There was once a queen who had no children. Every day she sat in her garden, praying for a child. One day, an angel appeared and told her she would soon bear a son who would be gifted with a miraculous power. Whatever he wished for would come true. When the child was born, the prophecy proved true. He only had to speak a desire, and it would appear. Because of his power, the queen feared he might be stolen away. So she gave him into the care of a faithful servant, who was to raise him in secret, far from the world. The servant took the boy to a secluded house in the woods and raised him with great love and care. As the boy grew older, he longed to explore the world beyond the cottage. The servant, knowing the dangers, warned him to be cautious. One day the boy said, "I wish to see the world," and they set out. Along the way they grew hungry, so the boy said, "I wish we had sausages to eat," and sausages appeared. Later he wished for wine, and wine appeared. Eventually they came to a city where the king's daughter was imprisoned in a tower. The boy wished himself into the tower and found the princess, who had been locked away by a wicked wizard. The boy wished the wizard gone, and instantly the villain disappeared. He then wished the princess free, and they escaped the tower. Now the servant, overcome by greed and envy, plotted to steal the boy's power. While the boy slept, the servant took him to a cliff and pushed him over, hoping he would die. Then he took the princess and returned to the kingdom, claiming it was he who had saved her. But the boy had not died. He had wished for a soft bed of moss below, and thus survived. He wandered the forest until he found a hermit, who took him in. One day the boy said, "I wish I were back in the palace," and he found himself there. There he saw the servant about to marry the princess, who recognized the boy and cried out with joy. The king demanded an explanation, and the boy told his story. The servant was cast into prison. As for the boy, he wished for the most beautiful flower in the world, a pink carnation, and gave it to the princess. They were married, and he eventually became king. The wicked servant remained in a dungeon until the end of his days. This has been another nightly bedtime story. Sleep well and dream deep. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, following, and sharing for future stories. Until our next journey, goodbye and sweet dreams.